You don't need a perfect lit studio to make high rotation videos. Look at this character. I made this character in just a few minutes. Top creators use this faceless avatar hack to rack up thousands of views, even get monetized, while staying completely anonymous. Today I'm going to show you the exact design blueprint to design and animate your own custom character, so you can launch your own channel today. I have put together a few steps that you can follow along. So now let's begin. First, we'll need a reference image to create an avatar. We can use AI. For this tutorial, I will use AI. Now, to create an avatar, go to Google Flow and create an account. By the way, it's completely free. Then after creating an account, you'll come across this interface. And also make sure that the agent mode is turned off. So now you can enter an image prompt of your own style. I will use this one for my image, and also I will leave the prompt link in the description. Set the aspect ratio to square. Number of generations set to 4. You can choose which model you want. I'll just select Nano Banana Pro, then click generate. If you're not happy with the results, don't worry, you can keep on generating until you find the one you like. Now download the one you like. But hold on, before downloading, upscale your image to 2K for the best quality. This will be very useful when editing. And now we'll move on to step 2, gathering assets. You finally have the avatar. Now we'll need the PNGs to make a full character. I use Magnify to get them. So go to Magnify and search for whatever you want. For example, a man with thumbs up. Under file type, make sure you click the PNG. This will automatically remove the background. But hold on, make sure to download more images to make your character pack. This will be very useful for the final step, and it will save you a ton amount of time. So move on to step 3. Open Photoshop, create a new file. Then for hasty resolution, make sure that the file is set to 1920 by 1080p. Type the name, any name is just fine. Then click create. Drag and drop your character PNG. Hide the background. Then import your avatar as well. Click Ctrl T to resize your avatar and match it with the head. You will have to remove the background on your face avatar. Go to the top menu and click select. Subject option, and then wait for it to generate. Click Ctrl plus to zoom in, and then click Ctrl J to make a copy of your selection. Delete the original avatar by pressing delete on your keyboard. Use the eraser tool and then erase the body. You can adjust the size at the top. After erasing, click the selection tool, Ctrl T to resize. Leave only the face and the neck. Resize the face to the body PNG. Use the same process to remove the face of the PNG character. Take your time until you're happy with the results. Well, that looks perfect. Then done. You have to click Quick Export as PNG. Repeat this process for all the PNGs you downloaded. For character animation, we'll use Premiere Pro. We'll begin with the simple slide-up animation. Drag your PNG into Premiere Pro project folder, then drag the PNG into the timeline. With the PNG selected, go to Effects and Presets. Search Transform. Select Transform with Motion Blur preset. Click and drag it to your PNG in the timeline. After that, go to Effects and Control. We'll be focusing on the position keyframe. Move 14 frames to the right, then insert a keyframe. Then move back to the start of the clip and drag your character all the way down using this option until you can't see your character in the timeline. A keyframe will automatically be added. And then you'll end up with this simple animation. And congratulations, you have completed your first animation. But hold on, you're not done yet. And this brings us to the next step, step 5, which is adjusting the keyframe. You need to follow me step by step. As you can see, our animation is just linear and boring. So to explain the keyframes easily, you can see this one has a linear animation. Now let's compare it with the one in a smooth animation. You see the difference? To easily explain this, the higher the graph, the faster the movement. On this graph, this is the fastest point. Now we move on to smoothing the animation. You see, to make the animation smooth, open up the velocity settings. And then you gotta see this graph. Grab on the bottom to expand the graph. When you click on the keyframe, a handle should pop up. Drag those handles down. Always when working with keyframes, you wanna keep your velocity smooth. Keep your graph the same as mine. When finished, you're gonna end up with this animation. Simple, right? Okay, let's move on. Now that you're done with the first part, we're gonna move on to the wiggle effect, like this. At this time, we're gonna focus on the anchor point. Go back 5 frames from your second keyframe by clicking on the left arrow on your keyboard. You will see the number of frames highlighted on the top left on your timeline. And then click on the keyframe. Next, set position value of this keyframe to 500. Move forward a few frames by clicking on the right arrow on your keyboard. And then set this one to 540. Move more frames to the right, and then set this one to 490. And then move Further more frames, this time set this keyframe to 510. For the last keyframe, move more bunch of steps and set it to 500. You'll end up with this kind of animation. Sweet. But hold on, you forgot the last part. Smoothing the animation. Drag the keyframes easily. After dragging them to the bottom, you can tweak them up a bit like this. This will create a smooth wiggle effect, like so. Now that you're finished, we'll move on to the final step, which is saving the animation. This is quite simple. Just right click on the transform effect, then a pop-up menu will appear. Click save preset and you can name it anything you want. I will name this one character bounce. Make sure that you select anchor to endpoint. And this will keep it the same size depending on the PNGs you paste in. Now that you've saved the effect, you can use it on future projects on your PNGs. And that is our final step. Just a quick heads, I'm not a pro editor, just sharing what I learned from other creators and make it as simple as possible, engaging as possible. It might take some time to master these keyframes, but as they say, practice makes perfect. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if the tutorial was useful.